Hello and welcome to another episode of WMT Reviews. I am Wiseman Tanofsky, and today we are continuing with yet another Kai-Play Arts figure. Moving on to Dark Knight Rises Catwoman. Gee, I wonder why I bought this figure. This is just brilliant. I mean, just have a look at that. Look at the detail on that suit. It is just fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that face. That's brilliant work there. Right, fluff out of the way nice and quick, as we always endeavour to do. Catwoman is a sort of... she's not a bad guy, but she's not a good guy. She's an anti-hero. That's the word I was looking for. She's an anti-hero of the Batman universe. She's a professional criminal, but she sort of... because of her attachment to Batman, she's sort of given up on her life of crime as such, but she still takes more extreme steps than Batman takes. You know, she still kills people on occasion, which does bring her into conflict with him quite a lot. This is the Anne Hathaway portrayal from The Dark Knight Rises, which was a very good portrayal. It's not quite... I wouldn't say it's quite as good as Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns, but it depends what your sort of Batman niche is, what you're looking for in a Batman film. Now, she has this lovely glossed effect on her boots, which is just brilliant. I love that. And then the matte effect on her actual jumpsuit, you know, which got some lovely detailing on it. Little utility belt there. Her hair is cast in this sort of almost see-through plastic to give it a sort of give it the impression of, you know, hair blowing in the wind. And then, of course, you've got the face with her cat burglar mask and her goggles positioned above her head. Still, if that's not your personal preference for how to display her, you do have options with this figure. Now, not only does this figure have an interchangeable head, I swear to God I'm not lying at this point. If I just decapitate her a bit, it's kind of ruined it for me. She's got interchangeable hair. Interchangeable hair. Now, at first I thought I'd broken it when I first did this, but she has got flat hair, which you just pop in there, and there's a little... look in there. There's sort of a groove at the back of the head, and that fits in perfectly with this joint here. Slot it in like that, and you've got Catwoman with just her normal hair flowing down. And just take the figure, argue with it a bit, it's rather stiff, and just like that, Catwoman with straightened hair. The flat hair is moulded in the same plastic as the flowing hair. Bring it around the back here, you can see it's this sort of glossy, almost see-through plastic, which is really nice. And then, swing, oh god, look at that. What is this? I'm some sort of hair monster, I'm coming to get you. And you can also have, here we go, Catwoman with her goggles down. Very nice. Nice little bonus treat there for you. You can have her with her hair flowing in the wind and her goggles down, or you can have her with her hair down and her goggles up. You know, okay, so the choices aren't limitless, but there are a lot of them. Now, Catwoman is supplied with a couple of accessory choices. First of all, she has a little handgun. You know there? Little handgun. Which she can hold in, you know, any of her hands that are posed as such. It doesn't, you know, fit perfectly, but it sits, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. She can hold it, position it there so you can actually see it. And now she won't stand up. I will get to that in a minute, because it's quite a big problem. See, there we go. You know, she can hold the gun. She's also supplied with some spare hands, posed in sort of cat attacking mode, and also in gun holding mode. So, you know, you can mix and match her hands. I tend to have her posed as she's posed now, with one hand on her waist in cat mode, and the other one clenching her gun. But, you know, fans of the Batman series that don't particularly like the gun thing. Okay, Catwoman's posability is good. It's very good. I think it's possibly a little bit too good. She's got, obviously, as you saw, a ball joint in the neck. She doesn't have the second ball joint in the neck that some of the other figures have. She has the in and out and the round and round joint in her shoulders, the usual joint in the elbow, ball joint in the wrist. She has got the infamous Bane ball joint in her chest, just under her massive boobs. She's got 2 joints in her hip, 2 joints in the upper and lower knee, and a ball joint at the heel. And it's the heel that causes the problem. If we have a look here, unlike Harley Quinn, these are not practical shoes. These are full-blown stiletto heels. And they make it a real pain to stand this figure up and keep her standing up. Over there, down, down, down. You can spend bloomin' ages. Ah, you did it. But it literally... I know I did that on purpose, but you see what I mean. You know, open windows are this figure's arch nemesis. Never mind Bane, and the League of Assassins, and Batman's brooding. Catwoman's arch nemesis is a breath of wind. It's so frustrating, it really is. I mean, I've come home from work so many times, and she's fallen over and taken over a couple of the figures with her. If she's going to fall over, can she just fall over on her own, please, you know, and not have to knock over some more people as well, just to wind me up. So you can get some decent poses out of her, some half-decent ones, you know, but, as I say, the stiletto heels, bit of a daft move, really. I know what they were going for, because she does wear stilettos in the film, but it's not practical for a figure to have stiletto heels on, because she just will not stay standing up. And then, you know, the ball joint in the heel doesn't help. I'm going to have to stand her up straight again, and, you know, that's really the only sort of pose you can go for. And even that one, you know, even in that pose, she still struggles. But while it's annoying, it is still a very good figure. I'm not sorry I bought her. Not at all. I just wish, you know, she could take a few hints from Harley Quinn on how to stand up like a boss and still manage to pull off some pretty damn imposing poses. Imposing poses. Imposing poses. So, on the Orsometer, where does she rank? I'll tell you what, the heels are so frustrating. And because of that, she's not as good as the Harley Quinn figure, and she's not as good as the Poison Ivy figure. I haven't got around to reviewing her yet, but, you know, Poison Ivy, yes, you know, she's got tiny feet, but they've anticipated that being a problem, and they've given her a base to stand on. That's not one of those ridiculously clinical-looking claw bases that they supply all the figures with. And yet it's still of the same ridiculous quality. So I'm going to have to say 6.5. She's not quite as good as Harley, but she's still a really good figure. So I'd still recommend it if you've got the patience of a Warhammer player, perhaps. Well, that's pretty much it. I've been Wiseman Antonovsky. This was WMT review of the Batman Dark Knight Rises Kai Play Arts Catwoman. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye now.